Family them, una good morning, una good afternoon, una good evening. Me, not the CEO Voice of Salone. As we all did bring one of the latest news around Sierra Leone, concern about politics and other matters them around Salone. Please, I want to make una subscribe on my YouTube channel. And we also there on Facebook, Voice of Salone, also there on TikTok, Voice of Salone, and also there on Instagram, Voice of Salone. So all inside there, I want to also when I go there, if you want to see Voice of Salone, just tap chat say Voice of Salone, or if you go Google, you chat say Voice of Salone, and they come also. So my family, please, as I tell you now, I'm not going to subscribe and share to our friends them, so that the message should go wide. So please, at the left now, okay, that's it.
Me, family, una good evening, una good afternoon, or una good morning. This na una program again, Salone Cashbox. Me family, today na the 30th of December, December 30, 2024. Me people na Salone. Today, I want to talk about something we title Hypocrisy or Cleverness by the international community. Is it like mere hypocrisy, or they just being clever the way we did handle Africa? You know, Miss Salone people, honestly and truly, I feel say Africa need for stand up and know in place. By the way, I get the urge of the title of this audio because of we brought a patriotic citizen in audio where he make, I think it's on the 28th, where it is vexed by the international community say they're hypocrite. And it kind of like trigger me for say, are they being hypocritical or they just being clever? So I actually get this title for patriotic citizen and say, maybe self can shed new light into this thing. I think I disagree slightly with patriotic citizen. I disagree with them slightly. And it is true that they're playing like a very hypocritical game because they want to achieve the goal. They want to achieve the waiting they want to achieve for Africa. So they're playing a very hypocritical game, but they're being clever. They're being very, very clever. You know, Salone people, let we try, make we country them. You know, something happened to me last night. I vex, but I take courage back. I vex and I take courage. You know, I hope like go sound this Congo market people know they can talk about like some things that they were not necessary, but it's necessary because we ought for know we place as Africans. You know, some people yesterday, come on church, was just hanging around, with my cousins and brothers. Then my cousin asked me if I go drop if I go pick up something. Like this was in the evening, but like London, the place they get dark, 4 o'clock, place don't dark. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, especially winter. By 3 o'clock, it don't begin to dawn in your eye. So on our way, and then got pulled over by police. To some extent, the excuse was so flimsy. They even go to the extent and say that they searched my car. so flimsy. And I get for argue with them and throw some words to them and say, oh, is it because it's me? Like they know it's in I mean. Where I say, is it because it's me? I say, you're only doing this because it's me, isn't it? You feel good about it. Because this is what you're doing. These are your games. You una get a very cunning way for show una racist side. You know, to some extent, the thing so hurts me that, you know, I left my car to them. They sit in the car and go. Simple because, you know, without going like in detail about it, you know, I get like a thing where like part of me package inside at the work, you know, I get some insurance benefits them to it, you know, like private medical, you know, like and even my car and all that thing and they agree that yes, it is kind of like the insurance is it like it kind of like they like like now my company and all that thing and there and stuff like that and show them a license and they had no reason for take the car away. But they begin to see in fact, to some extent, they go begin to search the car. They feel say, like, being a drugs person. So I had to tell them, oh yeah, because you wanna feel say the motocar and me. So a lot of people are not fine for Lupo. Oh God. Like the motocar and me no match. I don't know if that is true. I don't know if that is true. But like, you know, I got angry. Like now they left me without a car, and then like now, like you know, I was trying to contact like because luckily like me like get contact with the company insurance, so like I had to like the whole day today, you know, because like you know I'll be supposed to off like until the new year, but I had to get involved and contact them because then they will, so they're sorting it out now. So hopefully like I'll pick up the boat car back tomorrow and stuff like that. But you see, it just tells me that, you know, when these people just not feel, say, you know, they get a very nice way. Like now, they not say, they're not able, you know, they just need for cope, for live, for cohabit with we. But they get a very nice way, a tiny way for make them express their racism. And I was very flippant to him and say, yes, I know it's because it's me. But anyway, that's just but even though it's a side story, but I just want to tell you now for see say if we Africa not always self and fix up because we get what it take for fix we self up, we're not going anywhere. I was really, really angry last night. Really angry. Like I had to, luckily not be too far from like me cousin their house. So like I just walked down there and then from there like I had to get a taxi home and try for sort them out because I had to come home and you know log in like as if like I had a walk and stuff like that. Anyway. But you know Salone people the international community, are they being hypocritical or they're just being clever? Let's think about this. Let me build like an analogy now, yeah, Salone people. Think about this. Like me, an Arsenal fan, and I see the way Liverpool they fly right now. Even though, like, not about that, it's just like the spirit of gamemanship. It is the spirit, the sportsmanship, although like the one where they play football, no go talk am. But we the fan them, right now, what are they pray to God for? What are they pray to God for? Although God no for answer, they can't pray and I just talk no more. Wait till me wish, if I should put it that way. Now, for make Mohamed Salah get injured. Or Liverpool and player them begin get injury. Now that me wish right now. Because me an Arsenal fan. I want to make them drop points. Because they're playing well. That's why they own. Me self admit say Liverpool they play well. They got a very good team. But imagine the not to say na Real Madrid becoming a person, we don't get about that. I don't get about that for person. But just because of like the since we I don't able to stop them for sure waiting they get because they're good. Yes, they're good. Wait till they pray to God for men and for men they get injury. Not to that injury, they go everlasting injury. Just for like where they go down a bench for almost month. So at least they will do bad. That's not the wish right now. Some people then, you know, let me look at this. Now, me wish you imagine because Arsenal, I want make at least like we self now so we get injury like Udigard kind of like get injured. Now Saka don't get injured. You know, like players then we get injury. So like we drop points them. So like maybe self they wish now for make themselves get injury because now so no more the game day. You know the fans them with the gladdy. Not to say realistically we get by that all, but now so no more like you know Mambu to my watch. It is kind of like the selfishness of football fans then. And to some extent, this is exactly waiting the happen with the international community. Are they being hypocrite or they just being clever? And the sad thing is, imagine Salone people, if me be get the power, where it be saying now me, now the doctor for Mohamed Salah, what I go do? I'll just go quiz to one in foot for making injured. In this case now, the international community, in a way, we under inside the mouth. Do you guys not think it would be stupid for make them actually kind of like allow Africa because we know serious. We know serious. Imagine if Mohamed Salah, no say me na a doctor. Mohamed Salah they play for Liverpool. And no say me na a doctor. And me na Arsenal fan. Imagine for make them go take like an Arsenal doctor for go make Mohamed Salah. Imagine. For me to take like an Arsenal, if like what me they wish for right now, for me injured, then they go say, okay, go be a doctor. If me not be doctor, I'll just go quizzing foot now. And this is exactly what's in the happen. We are competing with the very person with the men we. Are they being hypocritical or they being clever? You know, Salone people, I read some site today or yesterday where then they talk say how waiting that idol APC go do na Gambia. One of the thing them then key points them now for make them try for like the social media for make social media no kind of like because of lies because of the lie news the way they get and all that thing they hey me I don't go tell una say social media don't get lie news. But except una the steam and patch una don't go even put me inside that class day. Or I go even talk about Ibrahim because I don't associate with him. I know what he's capable of. And I can even talk about other people in social media. I can attest to them. I can attest to that. But I know when I get people where, yes, you know, when you listen certain people, it tells you when they try to talk about social media, you know, the bad side of social media. Now, this useless executive of the APC. Now, then they look at the way they talk about democracy and kind of like saying Samora and the faithful. I don't tell you now. They tell the way we be they call out Samora Kamara. Now they tell you now be they dance for him. But does that mean? But I don't tell you now say by rights. Now we for the tell Samora Kamara say they miss you. Now we for come out to be now. If at all we don't get principle. Now we for come out be now. But no, we believe in the principle of democracy. So one of the things that when they go talk, like say, oh, social media, yeah, they get Boku lie, they get lie news there, when they pull it, then disinformation, then misinformation, and all this nonsense. Now that story they pull inside it. Hey, most of the way they talk so, most of them, we go sit down for nonsense. Because you see, so that guy there, I don't get no respect for them. It's like, you know, they're just consistent in their lies. Some of them, most of them, they call me, they tell me thank you. When they were pushing them for COI, where SLPP be the life on them for the COI, me, me, not to say they talk to them all. I just, from the place of logic, fact, and research, I actually they come and expose the SLPP, their lies. And then they go begin it. And they call me now. Oh, me Pekin. Oh, me brother, you do well. Oh, now so being, wait till you talk so, you don't like one. They all, most of them, they all, they call me. They tell me thank you for expose the SLPP. When SLPP come with austerity, where were you guys for tell them what austerity mean? It was me who come and explain about austerity, about the UK austerity, with the real meaning of austerity. This is the reason why when SLPP tell make, like I say, austerity, I want to clear, conquer the reserve of Salone. It was me who come and explain to Una. When they come and talk about the root time, it was me who explained to Una, say 30% no ever exist. Oh, they say in the social media, now be king to Una. Social media not be they give misinformation and disinformation, isn't it? So people Una, waiting me no, Una not have for no harm. Again, you see, Una the first week for let we be arrogant. Like I say, we want me like I say now we know. Waiting Una know, waiting Una sabi. Waiting Una sabi. Waiting beg Una sabi. I've baked the like Una the executive, what you sabi? This is the reason why Salone de like how we did so. Because we left Salone in the hands of people and we don't get clue. No exposure. Nothing. When they talk about root time, who's on been there? The 30% when they were under prime Una for. It was me who come and tell Una waiting contingent shares mean. Explain them. Show people in the contract. What do you mean? What do they say? The addendum when they put inside the contract. It was me. The local commercial bank. Was it not me where explained like said the same thing happened at the UK and America? The UK where they bail out RBS? And where they even pay dividend, where local commercial bank pay dividend, like it should matter be your government. Was it not me that explained that? So then they tell they call me. They tell me, okay, follow Mara. Where he launching campaign and they take and tell him and say, nah, I ain't bail local commercial bank. He was boastful about it. But he is when they launch this COR. Now me, Kefala Mara set him out. He not talk nothing. Now me, will be the explain to owner. When I not be seeing the misinformation and disinformation of social media, then saying there isn't it. Now so don't use for do. And as soon as they do their youth them. Use them, dump them. Use them, dump them. Use them, throw away them. Put them, so you know, can't go to the dirty box. This is how. But not to some Pawi, because some Pawi, no, even they pay attention to una nonsense. The roads where una make, una the SLPP, when they tell, oh, overbloated road. Not so we can't talk now, not so me. They can't explain to una, waiting World Bank been say, in the World Bank website, where they say, before they make the roads them, like if they take 20 minutes per kilometer for transport the agricultural produce them from upline. But after they make the road there, it takes 2 minutes per kilometer, a savings of 18 minutes. Where I talk about how to monetize them, was it not me where I explained that to una? Una get a clue? Una be even know? Now una get mind for open a dirty mouth them. They say social media misinformation and una craze. But anyway, Salone people, I go deal with that. I go deal with that at some point. I go deal with that. See then can follow my and they go pull people and now for go jog. Go make like you see, this is the side. When I go read the audit report, which he said, say hospital in general country, they don't get the right equipment. Call out hospital. The main hospital no get the right equipment. Now the theaters them for do operation on people them. But in Pekin, the medical doctor in the UK, the Grace not provide the medical equipment we need. It is sue them. The place where they work, it is sue them. But when you're ready, they go get the people in our upline. Because they're idle. No opportunities they did not create for them. And when you talk about these things, people like say, oh, you get by that for Pekin. Oh, look trouble. Or they allow, like Richard Conte say them. They tell you, in a public platform, them they talk say, oh, the divergent views them the tripartite report, no, they as part of the body of the report, but rather it's annexed. It's a lie. Some people are not because we're lazy. It's in the body of the report. It's not annexed. They believe the divergent views, they're in the body of the report. It is not them, like it's not just the annex side. The annex side, now they put all the results and all thing in it. But also they talk about the divergent views. It's in the body of the report. But what do I expect? Somebody ways to do may go forge like president in signature. But when we talk about Madabio in forge signature, yes, like with the Glady. But Richard Conte, get people and now we're in forge and a score my signature. But when I want to go make him president. Because Chai Kokoina, they enjoy the pattern. You see that parable where they say a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Imagine Cherry Coco, running mate. If waiting the go on so if we don't fight for him, like by then 10 they remember say man make me way for be president. In fight for him honestly. Although we say like if someone come out and get proof for him, where the APC constitution say if somebody do anti-party, we're not supposed to suspend them and drag on a party. Cherry Coco for don't take up the mantle and fight for these elections. But now what he don't do, it's say 2028. Now he don't get huge competition now. The position where he so dearly wants, all man they come up for her now. It don't become like a big issue. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. You know Salone people because Matt talk briefly before I end this audio. Are the West being hypocritical or they being clever? Hey, I don't say this, Jonah. Now, because Salone people need to do research. The boss of Visa, the Visa card, the interviewer one day. Top economists in the world, they talk say the next big thing is Africa. The next big thing is Africa. I listen to Reggie Gishna where they talk about they talk about by Mahmoud where they say go give hospital. By Mahmoud, not to your business. I listen to Regina Cole where they talk and Gishna say, and it's so true. Not to you walk that one day. Create the environment. But they destroy the environment. The environment for democracy. The environment where elections and for produce them. Now, they say, now we move on to 2028, but they go get paid. It is not your job. It is not your role. Create the enabling environment. That's your role as a politician. But these guys, they don't get a clue. They want to make una rely on them pockets, on them stipends, on their lily and nothing within the give una. Now that's the one make una depend on and rely on. They've got no vision, no plan for you guys. Because if they get vision, they would not say the West as hypocritical. Like waiting patriotic citizen talk. I'm not saying it has to be the one by the West. But patriotic citizen, let we look now, deep one. Like the analogy where I did earlier about being an Arsenal fan and how they pray to God for make Mohamed Salah kind of like get injured. We are living in a competitive world. The West have learned their lessons from China. They see China kind of like don't leapfrog. All of these top companies before China come to a stage. Salone people, China not be even there inside the first 5 of high GDP countries. Then it was America, Japan, Germany, UK, France, something like that. Yeah, China wasn't there. But when China make use of their population, become productive, suicide they're now competing second in the world. Second, even though it's distant second, but second in the world. And that is how economists them, top financiers them in the world, they see Africa right now. And we get what it take. Listen to Regina Cole, they talk about say water self for not our country. Imagine 7 major rivers. 7 major rivers of West water. Country then they want to salt water and then they purify them for good drinking water. We major rivers, fresh water. Then you know the sad thing? We get what they take for purify water. Some people bauxite, they purify water. We get the water, we get the bauxite. But yet still we're not able to provide pipe-borne water for we people then. Are the West being hypocritical or they being clever? And if you see them say person clever, no say na way full man and boku amongst them. The moment the papa be get one theory where he say believe say they're born full man or sense man. He say an effort, which I don't think it is true 100%, but I understand what it mean. You see, some people, the reason why we see the West as clever, it is because we remain stupid. We remain stupid. They are cleverly destroying for make Africa. Imagine, like people share one video where a gentleman they talk about say, oh, like we grant and donation and all that, and they destroy Africa. This is something we are not talk for ages, but it's minute with man and they wear coat and tie. So people do not listen to me. Oh, me na Congo market bobo. Oh, wait till you sabi. Oh, you people let me poor. Not tell me wait till we sabi. But Salone people, hey, they will continue for give grants. They are happy for give grants. I don't tell them I say it is more costly to us when they give grant. I don't ask you a question. You go do business with bigger man that country. With the past time, with the hours they can ask you, you do business with them. Salone people. When you talk about, like, the wealth where Salone get the root time, you get idiots that will go ask you a question. Oh, you don't think about the cost of how they for money. Can you imagine the stupidity? Stupidity? Imagine the oil them where Saudi Arabia will get. Then Saudi Arabia for me just don't say, oh, you don't think about the cost for making able kind of like get drill the crude oil. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the stupidity of people them? Some people, the West are not being hypocritical. They're being clever. The only thing, the hypocrisy is part of the game. It's part of like their cleverness. Forget Africa, who side they one time. Because they know say Africa get the youngest population. Salone alone gets 44 mineral resources. The question Regina Cole and Ibrahim they talk about. 44. They know the wealth of Africa. They know Africa get the youngest population. They are struggling right now. They get aging population across the world, except Africa. Ibrahim said something in an audio yesterday. He's reflecting more than talking these days. Salone people, I think this is what you guys should do. It's not just about say, oh, this person don't listen to it. Hey, this person don't do audio. Oh, Northwest don't do audio. Oh, Malika don't do audio. Oh, Mr. Salone don't do audio. Lioness don't do audio. Oh, Patriotic Citizen don't do audio. Last now don't do audio. Wait now the other Alakia APC one them back where they say don't move on to 2028. Wait now they name them. Oh, they don't do audio. Oh, Ultimate don't do audio. Oh, local listen number. Local listen to Miss Joko Oma. Local listen to what's a man. That's it. Do you reflect on those messages? What do you do after you listen to all of them? What do you do? How do you process it? How do you determine yourself? Determine yourself for act. How? What is the essence of those messages to you? Are they being hypocritical? Africa, I go to church yesterday. The pastor said something. He said, as a Christian, what do you think? He said, what's in it for you? As a Muslim, and I do something similar like my last studio where I try to talk about like, faith in Christianity or Islam. What is in it for you? When you be Muslim or Christian, like democracy, what is in democracy for you? What is in democracy for you? Democracy should bring wealth, or any principle for bring about wealth. What is in it for you? Are they being hypocritical, or they just being clever? They know Africa is the next. They know. Now we know more. Now Africa don't know. But they know. I give you an example to Mozambique. As a result of Mozambique, the election with the NEPA right now, Tesla, the supply chain not be affected. Because Mozambique, like now Tesla, they pull one of the highest aluminium from. So the supply chain not be affected. Africa get within it take. But have we come to that realization? Some people at the left from there. When I think, sometimes it's not about us coming out with the title, again, answer to it. Reflect on it, think about it in your own quiet moment. Are the West being hypocritical or they're just being clever? The family at the left from there, and hopefully I'll do audio tomorrow. This, now the program, Salone Cashbox